Alright guys, good morning, good morning. Well, it's been a very long time since I made a video, and I've just been super busy with life, you know, family, kids, cars, and whatnot. So I thought today I would go ahead and make a video on what I'm doing today. Okay, it's gonna be a kind of big project. So today I'm doing an engine swap on my dad's, not my dad's, my father-in-law's truck. He has a 99 Toyota 2.7 3RZ 4-cylinder motor here. Has about like 205,000 miles on it, and number one cylinder, low compression, 90 psi, and the rest are about 127. So I decided I'm going to do an engine swap instead of doing a rebuild, because I don't have the time to do a rebuild, and I'm don't want to do it. So 2.7 4-cylinder 3RZ FE motor. So I went ahead and bought a JDM motor. JDM stands for Japanese motor, domestic motor, and this this is the JDM motor right here. Got it for like $2,300 from JDM Northwest, off of Power Inn in Sacramento. The reason why I decided to go with them is prior to buying this motor, I went to the wrecking yard and bought a supposedly used motor over there. Asked them if they did the testing. They said yes. So I bought the motor, got it home, did my own testing, and found 2 of the cylinders were bad, plus 3 of the cylinders were filled with oil. I was pissed. So I returned that one and was going to get supposedly brand new motor in this at this place in Colorado. I think it was APR Auto or something like that, and that was gonna cost me like $3,300 and something dollars. But did some research reviews and found some bad reviews, you know, about that place, so decided not to go with them either. So I finally bought this motor right here yesterday for $2,300 and some change. And what I noticed different about it, which I didn't know, was that the oil pan is different. It needs to be on this side, so you need to swap this side. So that's something that you're gonna have to do. Exhaust manifold is different. Gonna have to use our stock one. Intake manifold is different. Got to use your stock one. The oil dipstick is different. So instead of it being on the driver's side, it needs to be right here in the front, right here. So there's a aluminum plug here. I'm gonna try to punch out, tap out. Hopefully I can, because I do not want to change the front cover. So what else? The valve cover is different, so that's gonna have to get changed over. And I think everything else is pretty much the same. You're gonna use your stock, you know, engine harness, AC, compressor, alternator, all that is pretty much the same. So pretty much whatever you don't have on this motor, you're gonna use from your old motor. And that's what I'm going to do. So some of the heater lines or cooler lines are different, so you're going to have to swap that out. So that's the plan for the next 2 days, hopefully. If not, it's going to take me, you know, my time off of work, you know, to slowly put it together, and hopefully it runs. So fingers crossed. Yeah, so this is what I've been up to. So if you guys want to stick around and hopefully see the swap and startup of this JDM motor, stick around. Alright guys, inside of the engine bay here, trying to get the starter bolt behind here. You see it's right here. So I mean, there's many ways to do it, but since I have the options of getting on top of the motor, this is what I'm going to do. So yeah, starter. That's a peanut butter. Then we get on the bottom. Alright guys, almost done. Well, basically I got everything, all the bolts I needed to get the bolts from the transmission, torque converter, all that. Because now all I need is now hook up the chain to the motor, the hoist, and the cherry picker, and undo the motor mounts, and it should be out. So hopefully I got enough clearance to lift the engine over this little radiator support here. If not, then I'm gonna have to drop the engine down. No, lift the car, undo the tires so that I can drop the engine down to give me more clearance. So that is the deal, man. Don't like doing this unless I have to. Don't like, you know, it's not like the old days where you play around with your car and all that, but now mostly the only time I'm working on cars is when I'm getting paid, which is at work. So
joy is an act of
yeah,
resistance.
so
You do what you can to stay positive. So you can fight
it's getting a little dirty, just a little dirty, not a whole lot, but
Pandora is here to help you.
let's keep going. Alright, got the engine coming out. Now I just hope that I can clear this right here. Alright guys, so as you can see, this is the Japanese motor. There's the US motor. And on this one, I'm trying to put the light. Let me get a different flashlight. So right here, that's the oil dipstick in the front. And the USA has that. The Japanese one is on the right side. Right here where the plug is at, right here. Alright, so what I did was I dropped the pan because you're gonna have to swap the pan and the oil pickup tube over. So as you swap the pan, we're gonna need here. There's gonna be you're gonna look up behind here, there's a port where that plug goes in. So where the old oil dipstick was at, I just spray some PB Blaster. That shit works like a charm, and I just slowly work that oil dipstick tube out. So I took that out on the Japanese one. This was on the USA one. Took that off from the USA block. Same thing, went underneath here. If you can see that, you can't see, but there's a port here underneath there. What you want to do is you want to use a 1/4-inch extension, like a 6-inch extension. Stick it to the hole and use a sledgehammer, and pop that adapter piece out from the USA one and stick it onto the JDM one. So doing that, you will save the time of taking the front cover off. So thank God that worked. So for now, I'm just in the process of cleaning the oil pan and putting the pan back up there with the gray silicone. I bought a gasket for it, but when I took the oil pan off, it didn't have a gasket. It was just silicone all the way around. So I'm gonna go with ultra gray silicone. That's the best. I think that's the best silicone there is. I'm gonna use that to seal the oil pan back up. And then you have to change over. I'll put a list down below what you need to change. You gotta change the crank pulley. The AC bracket looks the same, but I went ahead and changed that over in a ways. The alternator bracket piece, this piece here on the JDM one, there's a slot right here, open slot right here. So I just took the one from the old motor and stuck it on here. So crank pulley, motor mounts the brackets were different. Should have changed that. Oil dipstick, manifold, exhaust manifold. Trying to think of the valve cover. You're gonna have to change. What else? I'll think of it and I'll put it on the description below what you need to change. But at first I was like, man, I can't believe I gotta deal with the oil dipstick on the side. Oh my God, what am I gonna do? I don't want to change the front cover. I don't want to mess with the timing. I don't want to waste any more time than I need to. So thank God I did a lot of research, found a couple guys who mentioned about just popping that plug out and swapping the pieces around, and thank goodness I was able to do that. So now I can check the oil level, and I'm gonna put the oil pan on, let it sit overnight, and then put all the parts, swap the manifolds and all that, and get it ready for tomorrow. And then I'll go ahead and call my buddy over, maybe Alex, call him over and to help me just align and line up the block and the tranny. And once I get that stabbed in, and then slowly take my time, and hopefully it starts up. So Looks like clean, a decent motor, looks pretty clean. Yeah, just gotta wait until the very end. So yeah, stay tuned, guys. Man, it is stormy, guys. Whew. I don't know if you guys can see all that, but gotta get this job done. So anyways, I got the JDM motor going in right now. It's always nice to have another guy help you, but I'm gonna try to get it done myself, and then because I gotta get this thing done, gotta get this out of my garage. So you know, I'm not taking bits, you know, every little, you know, second of what I'm doing. But if you guys have any questions, just let me know, and let's get this done. All right, guys. Was able to get the motor stabbed in. I thought I was gonna have a hard time, but you know, it went in pretty easy. You know, sometimes it's just the confidence that you need, you know. But yeah, I finally got it stabbed in, and this is the JDM motor. How do you know? 'Cause it has a pink injectors. Supposedly it's gonna be a high flowing injector, but we'll see about that. But I'm so happy that I got it stabbed. Now I can just work on it every day after work and slowly put it back together. And I apologize if I don't, you know, if I didn't take the whole video of me, you know, taking every little bits and bolts out. You know, like I said, if you have any questions, if you decide to do one, if you need help, you know, taking a certain part off, you know, leave me a comment, and I will sure tell you how to do it. It's not, you know, it's pretty simple. If you're mechanical inclined, you kind of know what to do, how to go about taking stuff off. So good stuff. Hopefully I get this done with, you know, in you know, 2 days before Bantail Pigeon opens up for the second season, which is the south zone. So I'm looking forward to that. But because of this very bad weather, I don't know how hunting is gonna be. But sure, let's get this thing put back together, fill it up with oil, crank it a couple times, get the flow oil, you know, the oil to, you know, all the moving parts, and then we'll see. Alright, so guys, pretty much I got everything plugged in to get this thing started. All the sensors, all the vacuum lines, just enough, you know, the map sensor, all that, just enough to get this thing started so that I know that it's a good working motor. Fingers crossed. So I don't have any coolant in there. I don't have, you know, all the belts, you know, any of that stuff hooked up. Just got motor oil You know, got my, you know, make sure it has fuel, got my spark plugs, all that. So hopefully there's good lighting here. I just replaced that thing, that light there, and it burnt out already. I think I need to replace the whole unit. So, moment of truth. I don't have the exhaust hooked up, so it might be super loud. Whew, let's go, guys. You know, with, you know, the moment of truth was this a waste of time because it was a bad motor, or it works and it makes me feel good that I worked my butt off trying to get this motor, you know, swapped out for my father-in-law. And yeah, the moment of truth. So key in, let's see. Oh, let's see how it sounds like. Woo! All right. So that's good news. It runs. That sounds like a muscle car right there, but damn, it works. JDM motor. Thank goodness. I don't know what else to say. You know, you always have your doubts. You know, buying used motor for the wrecking yard, probably, you know, the JDM imports from across the states. You know, I was so just indecisive in making the right purchase because, you know, I had that bad experience at the wrecking yard, and, you know, I just wanted a good motor, but I just didn't want to risk having to replace the motor and getting a bad one. So thank goodness it worked out, and I'm happy. Hope you guys learn. I know that I didn't show every little bits of what I took off, you know, from A through Z on getting this motor swap. But like I said, I did a lot of research, you know, a lot of forums, you know, trying to figure out, you know, what I needed to replace. You know, was it hard? Was it, you know, was it going to be, you know, frustrating? But, you know, I learned some things on the way on how to make it work, how to get this motor in and out, you know, without, you know, having a heartache. So I'm glad I got it in. Again, this is a Toyota Tacoma 99 3RZ swap to a JDM 3RZ Japanese motor. Supposedly they say it has 50 to 60,000 miles on this motor. I don't know. It looked pretty clean, you know, from top to bottom. So, you know, it gave me good hope to continue putting, you know, this motor in, replacing all the seals, you know, front, you know, crank seal, rear main seal, you know, just what I needed so that I didn't have to go back and work on it again. So can't wait to put everything back together and start driving it around, and, you know, give it back to my father-in-law, and, you know, wipe my hands clean, and, you know, I hope I don't have to work on it again, which I doubt it. So thanks for watching this video, guys. Like I said, I apologize I haven't been uploading anything for a couple months now. I've just been busy, you know, with, you know, kids, family, work, just you know, a lot of stuff, you know. Just look around in my garage. That's just how cluttered my life is at right now. But, you know, hopefully, you know, I can get things squared away and can start going out and doing some, you know, crabbing, hunting, just outdoor stuff. But I think I'm gonna start incorporating. All right, take 4. I had the voice command on and it shut off as I was still talking. But anyhow, I'm gonna start incorporating, you know, maybe working on cars. I do that for a living, and, you know, I don't like doing side work because I work on cars every day. I'm tired of working on cars. Like I said, unless I, you know, get paid at work for working on cars, I would do it. But side jobs, I don't do side jobs. I don't want to do it. I'm so tired of working on cars. My free time is for family, doing other stuff than working on cars. So if you want me to work on your car, I'm gonna have to refuse because I don't like working on cars. Yeah, just not my thing. Just I'm done working on cars, you know, 5 days a week. I don't want to work on it 7 days a week. So thanks for watching, guys, and hopefully my next video I'll be out crabbing something else than this. So until next time, guys, thanks for watching, and if you haven't already subscribed, please do, and I'll see you next time. Peace out. Alright, no engine light. Put the new motor in. Seems to be running pretty good. Pretty smooth. No valve knock, tapping, no valve tapping or anything like that. Man, pretty happy. Just a little smoke from the exhaust. Probably from all the oil and everything that's got on the exhaust manifold. So a little smoke there. Sounds pretty good. No leak yet. Alright guys, so there you have it, 3RZ JDM SWAP on the 99 Tacoma. If you guys have any questions, let me know, and hopefully I can help you guys out. So thank you guys for watching.